Hey Libra, this is your February 21st reading. If you'd like to be notified of your future dailies, weeklies, monthlies that come out, like and subscribe to the channel. I try to get all of the daily readings out at 8 p.m. the night before the day, if that makes sense. So like this is the 21st, so I will have it scheduled to come out at 8 p.m. tonight, which is February 20th. So that gives you plenty of time to check it out and kind of plan ahead for your day. Also, your February monthly reading is out, so if you would like to see that, I'll put a link to that in the description. All right, Libra, let's get on with your February 21st. What is your focus, obstacles, advice, and potential outcome for February 21st for Libra? Please and thank you. Alrighty. Okay. So, Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Two of Wands, and the Four of Cups. There was another sign that within the past few days, I want to say like yesterday's readings, they got the Queen and both of these Queens, except we got the other sides, and they were in different ones. Interesting. And I think they actually got the Two of Wands too. All right, well, let's get into it. You have the Queen of Cups as your focus. So the Queen is very nurturing. She is very supportive. She's all about healing. So I'm getting that you're working on healing yourself emotionally. You're coming off of something that kind of beat you up emotionally. It wasn't easy. It was a little rough. And so you're just really working on healing yourself emotionally. And then you have the Queen of Pentacles as your obstacle. And when I see these two queens together in a reading, first of all, I'm a Virgo, so I totally get the Queen of Pentacles. I'm way more comfortable in her energy than I am the Queen of Cups. And y'all being air signs, you're probably way more comfortable in the Queen of Pentacles because it's, more kind of thought, just kind of like planning and checking the list, even though the Queen of Pentacles, she's resourceful. She's also kind of like motherly, mother nature-y type of thing. She's nurturing. Both of these ladies are nurturing. But I get why that she's here as your obstacle is that you were beat up emotionally. And so what you did is you focused on work. You focused on money. You focused on material things because it was easier to focus on the material world where there's not really much feeling in it unless you want there to be than it was on your emotions. But now that I get that your emotions are kind of bubbling up and you're kind of ready to tackle it, but you're still kind of in the Queen of Pentacles mode, especially this side, where you're just really focused on, you're having to find that balance between these two. And you're just more comfortable in this, focusing on the material world than you are your emotions. And so that's kind of getting in your way of healing emotionally. Your advice is the Two of Wands. I love this card. Definitely one of my favorites. I'm always happy to see this card when it comes out in the reading, especially this side. And in the advice column, that's even more perfect. So plan ahead, look out. You may even be called to do some traveling. So plan a trip, go somewhere. It might help you balance these energies a little bit more. You have been working hard, so you should have, you know, a little bit of a little bit of something saved up so you can take a trip, even if it's just like a trip overnight. It doesn't have to be a big trip. It can be a big trip, whatever you're feeling compelled to do. But this card also talks about looking ahead, planning for the future. Now, if it was this side, I would say that, you know, you've already done the planning, so now you're waiting to see what's going to manifest from that, what's going to grow from that. But you're kind of like almost in a beginning state here. Like, I just see a lot of beginnings here, but not that you're like just fresh and starting out on your own, although that might be some of the Libras, because you have these queens and they are very mature. You know, they're not making page mistakes. They're not making rookie mistakes. They've kind of already done that. So I'm just really getting that this is like a part of your path to maturing, if that makes sense. Like, you have knowledge, you have learned things. And so now it's almost like this is like kind of a new chapter for you. And like I said, this is daily, so it doesn't have to be a huge life-changing chapter. It could just be, you know, a short-term goal or something. But definitely your advice is to plan ahead, to look ahead, and start planting the seeds and of what you want going forward. Because with this balance, you know, if you can find a good balance with these two energies, like, you're gonna be pretty golden, because you're gonna like be in control of your emotions, and you're like gonna be on top of your finances. So this is really, really looking great. So your outcome is the 4 of Cups. So like I said, I feel like this is coming off of something that happened that really kind of beat you up emotionally. You have grown a lot, and planning ahead and balancing this energy, this is a lot. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of inner work. It's exhausting. It's tiring. So really all this card is saying is that you're going to be doing this work, and you might need some time to just kind of sit down and relax a little bit. You know, just kind of take a minute. You can look to the past. Like, I'm getting that these cups are from the past, but I'm not getting that it's really just kind of a like, yeah, that's what happened. There are those cups. You might decide to kind of pick them up and go forward, but, you know, you're just going to take some time to really meditate. And, you know, he's not even really looking at these cups. Like, if you look at his gaze, I don't know if you can really see it from there, but he's not looking here. He's looking out to here. So he's not even really looking at these cups. He's just taking a minute. Something ended. He's probably gonna leave these behind. You know, because he's already looking off into the distance. So you're going to, you know, you're already looking somewhere else. You're just taking a minute to gather your energy so you can get to going. All right. So I think I'm going to go with the Heal Yourself Oracle as well for you. I use this for the Scorpios. Scorpios had a little bit of a rough reading. So if you have a lot of Scorpio in your chart, you might want to check that reading out for the 21st. All right. Libra, what message or guidance do you have for Libra for February 21st? What message or guidance do you have for Libra for February 21st? Please and thank you. What message or guidance do you have for Libra? Oh, Pride. So, some of you Libras, your pride was really hurt in the past. I feel like that could be what you're kind of recovering from, is some hurt pride issues. So if that's the case, you know, no matter what anybody says, it's really hard, especially when you're kind of in a down place, to not really think about what other people think about you or think about the situation. Sometimes just thinking that other people might think that you failed at something or you goofed up is like a punch in the gut. Like, it's actually worse than what you're going through. But I'm kind of getting, especially with these queens coming here, this is what you're coming off of. Not necessarily what other people are thinking about you, but I mean, it's a little bit, but you know, your pride is healing. You've been working on healing your pride. You took a real big, hit to your pride, and so that's what you've been. That's why you kind of like. That's kind of what motivated you to go with the Queen of Pentacles energy. Be like, well, you know what? That really sucked, but I'm going to show everybody, that I'm not down and out, I'm not going to deal with my emotions about it, but now it's time to deal with your emotions about whatever, damaged your pride a little bit. All right, Libra, that's your February 21st. Please like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.